Hi everyone, it's Jen from Mind's Eye, and we're gonna do holistic for until next Wednesday, which is January 15th. And when I'm looking at Reiki practitioners and holistic businesses in the community, and they're trying to do conjunction and conjuncture with what we know healthcare as it is today with the FDA and the CDC and all of it, that they're just having a hard time getting it done. And it has to do with contractual matter. And when it comes to contractual matter, it comes in on a beknownst way, meaning you already knew about it. You already knew about it. That's why you can't merge whatsoever. So let's look at the animal spirit oracle on why this was. And it really was due to a run through that actually came through on a test out to see if it would come true or not. And some things failed because of policies and procedures, and people got hurt and sick. And then it really was not a good study. And that is where Woodstock falls right through, right to the hippies. And I'm not damning all of them whatsoever because they had some pretty good ideas on how to get it done that you can't even do a blue. All right, owl. It really sits stoic into a type of contain that you can't be it anymore. So when you see camel and you're actually driving in the car, that it's no horse of a different color that comes in. That the hawk looks through it and says, there's something about it. But I'm not saying all businesses, there's quite a few businesses that follow all the guidelines and they're really, really good. But there was something about this. The hawk in reverse is like reversal out of known. Now, when I look at it, it's kind of a bit of a joke that comes in and it comes rushing in quick. But when you see this sting, this scorpion comes in and comes through and says you can't even sue it. There's no legal. But when I see the peacock, I actually say go in and go through and literally sue because this was disgusting. So it really is the area. Now the cobra is a sit, stay put feeling. That's what he shows. But the wolf literally is the container for this, the container. Because when you see it, this bee, and it's pollinating, you go, this is true. This is true. When you saw the oyster and you saw the pearl to the jar of dirt, and everything and how it played out, you couldn't understand it whatsoever. This mouse comes in and says, the rat is slew. The rat is slew. Hummingbird is a messenger of like old time friends coming in and saying, enough is enough. But when you actually reevaluate the dirty hungry of the vulture looking up in the trees, everyone knows it. Like we're all connected to everything. You can go out into your car and see a dragonfly and say, I already know something's coming. That's why you see this and you're like, there's no talking about the dragonfly of old friends from past coming in. Because when it came to the otter in reverse, it was a sink sank of a boat of an about order. So when I see the tiger, many businesses really hunkered down and really took precedent of contractual matters on what was true and what was not. So let's look at the literary witches oracle. All right. So when I see the knife and I see the elixir, it is almost a med holiday. And when we said this with this crew, you gotta work with them on weaning it off if it's appropriate, depending on what has happened in their life. Now, they are healing, they're doing well. They really are. They're transforming. You gotta give them grace. You gotta give them a lot of things that is different because this will cause a rebellion on what is true when you actually look at it and looking at this gently as I'm looking out at the pond again, there's something about the frozen, like there's a wall, like a protect on what is true about life. Because I do see Edgar Allan Poe and I'm looking at the skull in the card, and it has to do with family. It's rooting, about rooting. So when I see that again, the peacock in reverse, it was nasty about the peacock. Nasty. Let's actually run numbers. We'll do the park poker deck and the park. Something about a park. What do they need to know about this inauguration coming in and the rest of the businesses? It's still going to align quickly. It's like, oh, that was like right in the face. It was literally by the 12th. You're going to see a little bit more, not spoken of. So when I see the Jack of Hearts, it is a going about a bay. Then Eight of Diamonds says it was like a get together, a joke that came through. And when you see the King of Hearts, you say, I already know what you do. So when I see the Six of Diamonds say, there was something about this, about flu and bird flu and things that were heard and not heard, all forms of the meaning and the spelling, that the Nine of Diamonds goes, uh-uh, uh-uh. No, you sit and you sink or swim right now on that one because the Four of Spades says it was a spear right through the heart. They gotta wait another 1 to 4. So basically, that's all you need to know. That was kind of harsh for the holistic. What are they actually talking about? They're talking about a containment issue about legalized marijuana after what Elton John talked about. There was something about that. But there's something about how it's regulated and how things have happened in the street about growing that you can't even understand that when I look at like my neighborhood page that comes up in my email and it says, if you want to grow marijuana in your basement, it's still happening. Still happening. The Six of Clubs means that's what's going to cause the riot. It really is up to the discretion of many physicians and those working alongside with you to get you back into like balance, into balance. So let's go a little bit more forward. We'll look through the crystal quartz and then we'll call it a day. Going forward, it is known, but it's not a known one or known to be it done whatsoever. It really didn't matter. It really is working together with everyone that the holistic community needs to know. That's why it was, foreseen that it would be best to do it almost like a co-op, like many people together because it was a sink or swim type of situation. There was just no way that you could do a lot of things with big healthcare for a while because of incidentals, but keep pushing on and literally chiseling away at windows of opportunity. So, with that being said, That's all we have to say for the week. We'll see more how it plays out through the 15th. Any questions, concerns, likes, or comments, go ahead and give it right away. We'll talk to you soon.